In a time where phones are getting bigger and bigger, Apple released the iPhone 12 mini, and at a first glance it seems just like the iPhone 12. But is it actually good? Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Fedde and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to tell you everything about the iPhone 12 mini and if it's actually a good option for you to consider. By the way, let me know your thoughts on the iPhone 12 mini. I would really like to know what you think about it. So let's go. The iPhone 12 mini has a gorgeous flat edge design. On the front, it comes with a breathtaking 5.4-inch OLED display, and it is actually smaller than the traditional 4.7-inch iPhone design that we saw from the iPhone 6 to the second generation of the iPhone SE, even though the screen itself is larger. It also comes with a notch, which in this case feels a little bigger because it is the exact same size as every other notch, but the device itself is smaller. The iPhone 12 mini is identical to the iPhone 12, only smaller. You have the same flat edge matte aluminum design. The display is protected by Apple's new ceramic shield material that promises 4 times improved shatter resistance. I love this design because it reminds me so much of the iPhone 4 and 5, which is quite a compliment. But I think that the iPhone 12 lineup might be my favorite iPhone design ever. I'm not sure yet, but it has a good chance. On the back, we have the dual lens camera system. We also have a glass panel, which of course enables wireless charging. You will also find Apple's new MagSafe system, which can be used for wireless charging or a range of snap-on accessories. This thing is super comfortable to hold, and one-handed use is great. Because it's a bit narrower, it's actually easier to reach the other side of the screen with your thumb. And it's also shorter, so a lot of people will be able to reach the top of the phone quite easily without making some weird hand gestures. The iPhone 12 mini feels premium. It's so well made, and it is smaller than what used to be Apple's smallest iPhone, and yet it feels much bigger. The iPhone 12 mini comes with the A14 Bionic chipset, which means that it comes with the same processor as the iPhone 12 Pro, which is one of the most powerful smartphones ever. Typically, small phones are not as powerful as bigger phones, but the iPhone 12 mini is every bit as fast as those larger, pricier phones. It can handle everything you throw at it. It doesn't matter what you want to do with it, it can do it. Gaming, taking pictures, video editing, it doesn't really matter what you want to do with it, it can do it. On optimized games, the iPhone 12 mini pushes console quality visuals and stable frame rate. I'm very impressed by how much Apple managed to pack into such a small device, and it never really feels like a compromise, which is great. The A14 Bionic chip is gonna future-proof the iPhone 12 mini for at least 4 to 5 years. And another thing that's gonna future-proof this device is that it is actually 5G enabled, which is another very impressive thing to say about such a small phone. Right now, it's not gonna make much of a difference because, well, 5G coverage is quite limited, but it is quickly expanding, so that's gonna be very useful in the future. The iPhone 12 mini packs the same 12 megapixel dual lens camera system on the iPhone 12. The main camera comes with a wide-angle lens and an aperture of f1.6, which means a 27% increase in low light performance than previous generations. That same sensor can also capture 4K HDR video at up to 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second with Dolby Vision processing enabled. It is a very good camera and can produce very impressive material, and that's something that usually doesn't happen with smaller devices. Usually smaller means cuts in hardware, and the camera is the first place they usually cut, and this is not the case. Video is excellent at handling different lighting conditions, and stabilization is incredible. Portrait mode is also constantly getting better and better, so it will give some very impressive results. Although one thing I wish that Apple improved is the ultra-wide camera sensor. I mean, it's super fun to use and it can also produce very impressive shots, but if you compare it to the main sensor, quality is just on a whole different level. The selfie camera is good, but again, if you compare it to the improvements made on the main camera system, it's also a bit disappointing. It is not bad at all, it's actually really good, but it's not as good as the main sensor. Night mode works great and it produces some incredible material. This feature still blows me away because it's basically long exposure photography that you find on DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, but the fact that you can do it handheld is just incredible. The camera on the iPhone 12 mini is super impressive and it will provide much more power than the regular user needs, which is great. One of my favorite and most noticeable upgrades of this iPhone generation is the screen. The iPhone 12 mini comes with a gorgeous 5.4-inch OLED display, which is a massive improvement over the LCD display on the iPhone 11, and it closed the gap between the regular and Pro iPhone models. So for the first time, Apple introduced OLED displays across the iPhone 12 lineup. All of the iPhone 12 models feature a Super Retina XDR display. The OLED display makes the iPhone 12 mini feel premium. Just about everything looks much better on an OLED display. Colors are more vivid and blacks especially are deeper and more true to life. If you're upgrading from an LCD powered iPhone such as the iPhone XR or the 11, the improvement is gonna be massive. The screen is great and it looks incredible 100% of the time. It's so good for consuming video content, gaming, photo editing, whatever you want to do with it, it's gonna look great. This is the only area where you could say Apple made some sort of compromise. Because of the smaller size of the phone, the battery is also smaller. Battery life on the iPhone 12 mini is noticeably worse than the iPhone 12, which itself was a step down from the incredible battery life on the iPhone 11. Without much effort, I have consistently drained the battery on the iPhone 12 mini by the end of the day. So the battery is not bad, but it's absolutely not great. But it will require battery management, and maybe turning low power mode on might be a good idea. You can buy an iPhone 12 mini directly from Apple for $699 for the base model, which comes with 64 gigabytes of storage. The iPhone 12 mini is the cheapest of the iPhone 12 lineup, and if you think about it, it's quite a deal because you're getting the same screen as the iPhone 12 Pro, same camera sensor, same processor, and the same 5G capabilities. Only on a smaller size and $300 less for the base model. So if you're thinking about buying the iPhone 12 mini, let me tell you, it is a great option to consider if you like smaller phones because it is very small. If you have big hands, this is just gonna be uncomfortable to use and you're not gonna enjoy it as much. But if you like smaller phones, this is by far the best 5-inch phone ever made. The iPhone 12 mini is worth every single penny of its price. And in a time where phones are getting bigger and bigger, it is actually quite refreshing to have an incredible smaller iPhone. And on that note, it's time for me to go. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button, and if you subscribe, that would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys are all doing great, and I'll see you on the next one.